Welcome to Books and Things on this last Thursday in April. April went quick.
Certainly did.
It's all of a sudden it's the end of it. Anyway, the city of Groton and the sub-base are still celebrating 100 years of service, and so we're going to discuss some of that. And Groton is still the submarine capital of the world.
Absolutely.
And my guest today is Marian. Thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And we're trying to bring her in every couple of months and do the upgrade for the summer and see what's going on.
Well, you know, the last time I was here, we had really just started Connecticut Submarine Century. It was last November. It really started in October.
Yeah.
And since then, it has really blossomed. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
So it's a really good time to be back to fill you in on things.
Well, good. And that's what I was hoping, because summer's here, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of outdoor things going on.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, I don't know if you saw this, but this...
I didn't until I saw it on the table.
This insert came from the day, and I'll leave it with you. But it's a really nice insert, and it has stories about the sub-base, about the history, but it also has a calendar of our events.
Oh.
So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, we've been running this social media campaign. #SubmarineProud, and just an awful lot of people have posted things about why they're submarine proud, and we've been capturing some of those to our Facebook page. It's really been phenomenal the way the community has really come out to be supportive of our sub-base and our sub-school and our submariners and their families.
Yeah.
Really.
And there's so many retired Navy.
Absolutely.
I bet you 50% of the people. Because I know when I lived in Gales Ferry, everybody I knew just about was retired Navy. And
yeah, it's nice how many of the submariners want to come back and retire here. And they're not all people who started here either.
No.
No, there are a lot of people who come from other parts of the country.
Yeah, and matter of fact, I was talking to somebody online. We would talk about the dating thing, which I don't get into. I was talking to this, Robert Trowley found this lady I was talking to, and her father was in the Navy, and she said, she was 20, 30 years ago, she lived here.
Really?
And now she's out in Ohio or Illinois, I think it is.
Yeah, wherever I go around the country, if I say I'm from Groton, people say, oh, the sub-base.
Sub-base,
Absolutely, that's right.
Well, it's nice to be known, at least by anything.
For something that we're so proud of.
Yeah, because there's some places not known for good things. But, Groton's got a history, and it's nice to share it.
So let me tell you a little bit about things that are going on.
Okay.
So I don't think that when I saw you last time that we knew about the Connecticut Subtrail. So the Connecticut Subtrail is a public art project, and it was initiated by an art teacher from Grasso Technical High School.
Oh.
And so we have 20 fiberglass submarines, which arrived just this past week. And we did a call to artists and had several artists, more than actually we can accommodate, send in designs. And they're going to all be painted by artists, local artists. And then they'll be placed around southeastern Connecticut. And the first real big public viewing will be at the Groton Parade, the 4th of July Parade.
Okay.
And then they'll go out to locations, and they'll be out there till October. We'll have an app so that people can go online and follow the trail. Download the app, get the map, and follow the trail and visit the fleet. That's what we're saying. So they can visit all over, and the app will tell them about the sponsor, because we're all sponsored, except for one so far. Have all been sponsored by local companies and organizations.
Wow.
So they'll all be out there. We'll have information about the artists and information about the sponsors.
Now, are these in the shape of a submarine?
Yes, they're fiberglass submarines. And they're just adorable. And you can see them on our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page for Connecticut Submarine Century. It's the Facebook page is Connecticut Submarine Century. You have to spell out Connecticut. On our website, it's CT Submarine Century. But you can see pictures of them because we took pictures as they arrived. We had the press down to follow it. So it's going to be a really great event for southeastern Connecticut.
This is reminiscent of when they had the whales.
Whale Trail, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I autographed one because we were doing book signings in London. And so I asked everybody to autograph it.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Probably washed off by now.
Yeah, so we had just a great response when we, sent this out to sponsors. So EB has 2 of them. And the Mashantuckets, the Mohegans, all kinds of, all the city of New London, the city of Groton, the town of New London, the Groton Public Schools, the Naval Submarine League, just a lot, Balfour Beach, no, excuse me, not Balfour, Brightfields, just a lot, Charter Oak. I shouldn't have even started. There are 20 of them.
20 of them, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. 20 subs. That's neat. I think that's
Yeah.
something to get people interested in it.
I probably shouldn't have started on sponsors because I know I've left people out, but that's all on our website. So we hope that people will visit it and learn more about the Connecticut Submarine Trail.
Huh. Now, where does it start?
Well, they're going to be all over, so it really won't matter where people actually start. But there'll be some in downtown Mystic, in New London, quite a few in Groton. But they'll also be up at Mohegan Sun and at Foxwoods.
Oh, okay.
So they'll be
So
around the
it's not a
area.
trail where you actually go to see them all. It's just
You can actually visit each one, but it doesn't matter where you start. So there will be one at the Nautilus Museum. So we suspect a lot of visitors will start with that one. But they'll also be at the Subvets Memorial. They'll be at the Bill Memorial Library. They're just all over the place.
Wow, that sounds exciting. I think that's a neat idea. And they're all painted differently?
They'll all be painted differently, yep. They're going out to the artists. They just arrived on Monday, and they're going out to the artists this week.
Wow. That's something to be excited about.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Joy Supples, the teacher from Grasso Tech, has done a phenomenal job with this. Really, it's been great. And all of Grasso's been very supportive.
Yeah. Wow. Well, there's so much going on, and the community is just jumping in.
Yeah.
And
And of course, the big anniversary is coming up, June 21st.
June 21st.
June 21st is the 100th anniversary of the sub base, of Commander Yates Sterling taking control of the sub base. And it was a former, as we talked about last time, it was a former Navy yard. So he took command of the sub base and the New London Submarine Flotilla and the submarine school. So that's all June 21st. So we are having a whole birthday week.
Wow.
A whole celebration of events, and again, it's in this insert. But let me see if I can run this down for you. So on June 20th, the Groton Public Library will have the premiere of Monday movie matinees, and it's going to be throughout the summer. On Monday, there'll be submarine-related movies showing at Groton Public Library.
Oh, cool.
So that will be the premiere on June 20th. On June 21st, which is the actual day, the Navy will have a more formal ceremony during the daytime, but from 4 to 7:30 at Washington Park, and we invite everyone to come out. From 4 to 7:30 at Washington Park, we're going to have a birthday party.
Wow.
We will have food, we'll have music, we'll have activities that the Navy's bringing over so that people can do all kinds of Navy-related activities.
And this is going to be when?
This is going to be June 21st from
June
4 to
21st.
7:30.
Washington Park.
You can't go wrong with food and music and activities. It's just going to be great.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So we want everybody to come out. It's free. You have to buy your food, but
Is that a Saturday? Or?
that's actually a Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
that's why we did a little later in the day so people can stop by on their way home from work. School is out, so it's a good time for kids.
Yeah.
Yep. And then on the 22nd, the United States Coast Guard Band is going to do a concert, a birthday concert.
Oh.
For the Navy. That will be at Eastern Point Beach. And that's free admission as well. That'll be at 7 o'clock. And they're actually doing a concert series this summer for us. They're doing 4 concerts, 2 at Eastern Point and 2 at Avery Point, which are right next to each other.
Yep.
And those are all free. And they're in honor of this submarine century. So, getting the chance to see the Coast Guard Band is always phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just
tremendous.
wonderful. Yep.
Tremendous, man.
On Thursday, the 23rd, we're up to now,
Yeah.
the Submarine Force Museum and Library will have activities all day long, including submarine sandwiches.
What a unique idea.
On June 24th, we'll have a reception, which will be the very first public unveiling of the submarines, the mini subs for the sub trail.
Okay.
And then on June 25th, the Mystic Schooners are doing a special game at Washington Park for Navy Appreciation Day. So everybody should come down and watch a baseball game.
Jeez, I'd have moved to Groton.
Yes, there'll be
more going on.
everybody can come. You can just come right over and be honorary Groton citizen.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yep. And, what's really been great about this, and I think we talked a little bit about this when we first started, is how many organizations and towns are behind this.
Yeah.
This is Town of Groton, City of New London. Everybody's coming together around this event, and all kinds of nonprofit organizations and businesses. Really, everybody's very supportive.
The Lions in there?
Yes. In fact, we have somebody. Do you know Frank Rowe? He's kind of organizing those those civic organizations.
Oh, okay.
So we've actually, Captain Whitescarver has been to several organizations. He's been he kind of kicked off the lecture series that we have. So he's been doing a lecture series at both libraries and Rotaries on, it's kind of a sub-base 101.
Yeah.
Get to know your sub-base and the fleet, the modern submarine fleet.
Nobody's contacted the New London Club, so I don't.
Okay, well, you know what? Give us a call, and we'll see what we can put together for you. We have another lecture coming up May 4th on surviving BRAC. So that's going to have Congressman Courtney and former Congressman Rob Simmons and people who were part of BRAC back in 2005. That fight against BRAC and that successful keeping the sub base.
And they keep bringing that up too.
Yeah.
That's irritating. Well,
we are very proud of the sub base, so we want to make sure we keep the sub base here, and so Connecticut and this community have invested a lot and worked very closely with the sub base to make it to help it be even better all the time.
Absolutely. And then I forgot what date we were on.
That was up to the 25th, and that's the full week, 20 through 25. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, if people want to know about our events, just get on our website, CT Submarine Century, and there are lots of events. And if people want to sponsor an event, they can do that too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else too. Is the town of Groton doing anything, or is that all incorporated?
Well, we're all working together, so this is
okay.
all part of a committee. So Mayor Flax and I are working together on the planning for that week, as well as one of the town councilors and people from the sub base, and there's a group of people planning this.
So I just wanted to make sure that if they're included in.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, we're all working together on this.
Wow, that is cool. I think that's it's an exciting thing, because I know the last time we were just getting into planning and everything, and now it's all coming to fruition, and then you'll have other things going on after June.
Yep.
I assume.
Oh yeah, throughout the summer and into October, and in fact, in the week between the 4th of July, which is when the sub trail, the parade where the sub trail mini subs will be out for the first time, between that week and the week of fireworks. The town of Groton is kind of bringing back Groton Week. Groton Week was something that started with the USS Groton.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have events all during that week. So there's going to be tons going on.
Wow. Yeah, Groton Week was a big deal.
Yeah.
And most big deals get shoveled and stuff.
Well, making a comeback. We held on to it in the city with a city day, which is really a city evening. That's always the first Friday of August, but it's coming back.
That's good. Wow. I think this is really just shining a light on everything. And just saying, hey, Groton's here. Look at us. And the sub base is here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's also been a really great opportunity for the community to say thank you to the sub base.
Yeah.
And that we are proud to be their home. It always is astounding to me to think that every submariner comes through this state, this town, this sub base.
Yeah.
So that everything that happens in the submarine force has a link.
Yeah.
To this town. I mean, that's phenomenal.
They got to come here.
Yeah. And of course, it's always great to see the subs go in and out. You
Yeah.
never get tired of that.
And how great is it? EB just got contracts. So
Yes.
How many more subs?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're doing so well with the subs and building their workforce. I mean, this is so good for southeastern Connecticut, and a lot of this celebration of Submarine Century is about EB.
Yeah.
It's about the men and women who design and build submarines as well, and
That's right.
serving.
That's why you're the capital of the world.
That's right.
But they, what are there, 3,000 people coming to?
It's amazing how many people are being hired, and you can really see it with the amount of cars and and the space. They've expanded over to that what used to be the old Caldor building.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
I was hoping Caldor was coming back. Yeah, I was surprised that Pfizer's, I guess, is really kind of pulling out of the area. Or it seems
Well,
so.
I wouldn't say that. They've been doing a lot of investing in their infrastructure. So certainly they've kind of downsized their footprint, but they still have a vital force here.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause they got rid of the place in New London, sold that to EB.
Yep, they've reduced their footprint, and it was great that EB had the need for it. That worked out very well for everybody. But they're still investing here and still here and still strong
Well, that's good.
and hiring scientists. So
Yeah. And EB's got places all over the town.
yeah, they do. They're of course New London and the main campus. Again, Caldor. They have a purchasing department, I believe it is, over near. Let me see. It's near where. It's in the Sheets Plaza.
Yeah, the
Groton,
old-
Groton Shopping Plaza.
It's the old finest store.
That's
I
right.
worked there in high school.
That's right.
Yeah. Finest, First National. But yeah, it's been there for years.
Yeah.
And then they had the Midway Oval.
Are they still there? I really
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that.
So they're all over the place.
Yep.
Do they still own Quincy? Was it Quincy? Quonset?
Quonset.
Oh,
Oh
Quonset.
yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, because I think they fabricate there, don't
Yep.
they?
And
Yeah.
then it's assemble here.
They're a big place.
Yeah.
Wow. Because growing up, you have electric boaters. That's it.
Yep.
And then I worked there. You say, oh man, they were everywhere.
Yep. That's right. That's right. Big workforce.
Yeah. And they pay a lot of people in this area.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
They certainly do. Yep. We're very fortunate to have such a great company here.
I worked there for 10 years, I think. And I enjoyed working there. Of course, I wasn't working in the yards either. I was working in an office.
Yep.
But, no. And that's good.
So I should probably also mention that as we do these activities, and we've had great sponsorship for the sub trail. As I said, we've been selling lapel pins. There's my lapel pin.
Oh, nice.
And we have challenge coins. That any proceeds from all of Connecticut Submarine Century, after net proceeds, after we go through the things that we need to do, they will go to the USS Groton Sail Foundation, which is an effort to bring back the sail of the USS Groton to make a public monument to the men and women who design, build, and serve on submarines.
I'll be down.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Park it down there next to the Nautilus. Now, how can people get these souvenir pins?
So they can contact us on Facebook, which is a good way to leave a message, and we can do it that way. They can get in touch with us on our website as well. They can also leave a message through there, and they can contact us, and we can get those to them.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
And the challenge coins are numbered. This is kind of neat. So we went really rapidly through the first 200, and we've ordered more, and they're numbered. So we're coming up to pretty soon numbers that will actually be the hull numbers of submarines.
Really?
So it will be possible for people to, now there's only one of each number, but it will be possible for people to put in for a particular number of a sub they might have served on. And in the case of there being more than one, we'll just draw a name, but it will be possible to actually get a number for
671 and...
well, we're going to hold out the number for the Nautilus, 571, and the number for the USS Groton, the 694, and maybe auction those off because they're, it's a little bit more.
fun.
Yeah.
Ah. Now, what is a challenging coin?
A challenge coin. So a challenge coin looks like this, only bigger. They can go from any place from an inch to 2 inches. And it's something in the military. So I wasn't familiar with this before either. But it's kind of it's a way to thank somebody. So what happens is, if you'll shake my hand, if I had a challenge coin in here, yeah, I would go like this and leave that challenge coin. And it's kind of a way of saying, thanks for what you're doing, or good job.
Oh, okay, so it's
and
a
so,
special.
Yep. So but people collect them, particularly people with the Navy or the military. It's any form of the military. So there are actually 3 of them associated with Connecticut Submarine Century. The Subvets have put one out. Subvets put out a challenge coin every year, so this is their 2016 coin. There's the official Connecticut Submarine Century one, which is just beautifully designed by the Navy, and it has the Connecticut Submarine Century logo on the front, and then on the back it has the silhouettes of 5 different subs. And then there's one that the city of Groton has just done, and it's, again, they all have that same logo, but the backs are different. So ours has the city seal on the back.
Wow, I got to check those out.
Yeah, I'll have to show you some.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known. I'd have grabbed one for my purse.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, because you do need a commemorative that you're going to hang on to.
Yeah.
And that does it. That's cool. I know when I go to Big E, I always buy their pins, and I'm missing about 3 of them because I haven't been up there in the last 3 years.
Well, we're going, the Cuauhtémoc, which is the Mexican Navy's tall ship, is going to be here next week.
Oh, really?
Yes, so that's one of the gifts that we're going to present is a presentation of all 3 coins.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. And are they just coming to visit, or?
Yeah, they're coming to do a visit. They'll be visiting with the Coast Guard and with the Navy. They'll be here from May 2nd to May 5th. There's been some press releases about it, but what's really nice is that while they're here, they're going to be open for tours. So people should be sure to go down and visit the tall ship. And there's actually going to be a little overlap at the end with the Eagle being in town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but people, they're going to be
is that
open
gonna
for
be
tours.
Docked in Groton?
In New London.
In New London,
Yeah.
okay.
And actually, they'll be here for Cinco de Mayo. So, yeah.
Great.
So they're going at their morning raising of the flag, I believe it is. They're going to be doing a little educational piece about the significance of Cinco de Mayo.
Jeez.
There's so much going on, Tom.
I know it. I mean, you're getting me all confused.
So much going on.
That's great, and it's all worthwhile stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not expensive stuff.
No, the tours of the tall ship will be free, and most of the events that we're having associated with the birthday week are free.
Yeah.
The movies, the birthday bash, or community picnic, the Coast Guard band, the Submarine Force Museum and Library, the Mystic Schooners, all free. We want people to
Except
come out.
the picnic where you got to pay for the food.
Well, you have to pay for the food, but it's free to get in. The music's free. Activities are free.
Well, that's the nice part is because you can bring your families, you can go to these places, and not cost you anything.
Right.
And it's an education that you can bring home and keep it forever.
And we're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers pretty inexpensively, so
Yeah, I bet.
it won't be really expensive to feed your family.
That's cool. That's good. Huh. I gotta mark them down and try to see how many I can get to. I write things down and I forget. And
Well, again, it's right here,
yes, thank you.
so you can put that on your fridge,
Yes.
and it's
That'll
on
take
our
up the whole
website.
fridge. Yeah, I'll pay attention to that. I think it's just, I think things like this is great. And we're down to about 5 minutes, so if you got something else you want to add in.
Well, so I'm going to go back to the lecture series for just a few minutes.
Okay.
So we've had a really nice turnout for the lecture series, but if you and the lectures are repeating places. So they start in one area, and most of the lectures are repeating. So as I said, Captain White's Carver has been to several libraries and organizations. There's one on the history of the sub base, and that's now traveling around. The surviving BRAC, there'll only be one. Jim Streeter, our Groton historian, did one on the dive tower, but they are being recorded. So people can go and they can go to the Groton Public Library and look for those because they're on the website. So so people can watch them. And in fact, we're also putting up the links to those on our Facebook page so that people can visit them that way. That was a request, actually.
Are you putting them on YouTube?
I don't think they're on YouTube.
Because that'd be good too. Then people can
Yeah.
go and find it.
Yep.
You'll be on YouTube.
Yes,
one day.
I know. Well, that's whenever we do these shows,
Yeah.
we always put up the link so that people can go and see these as well.
It's amazing. It really is. And because I go out and check the numbers and see how many people have watched the programs. And I am amazed that the people that come up to me and tell me that I saw this show, I saw Marian, I saw this, and I go, people watch these things.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing because there's so many good stories on this channel. A lot of these programs, you never see them again. I mean, these are great shows. And the guy said yesterday, he says, I was at the Renegade, the gym. And he said, there you were. I said, you're kidding. He said,
Really?
no. He said, they got it on Channel 12 and they show my TV show.
Well, you know, after the last time that we were here, I happened to go down to the Subvets, and what was on?
Really?
They go, look, it's the Marian captain.
Oh my gosh, she's a TV star. And that's nice. And it's nice that this program is available, or the studio is available to put a lot of stuff on there. And every once in a while, I flip it over and see who's on, and I think, wow, that's a cute show. And most of them are informative.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I think that's one of the reasons that we are a success, because we are informative.
Yeah, you know, I think that people want to know what's going on locally, and there aren't a lot of places to see that. So it's a way to get a little bit more in depth behind the story, and to be able to really see what's going on in the community.
That's true. And you got people coming in, visiting, and they get to see that.
Yep.
And I've had a lot of people complain if they've got satellite TV and they don't do it. But so you have to put up with it, yeah. But we're got now 4 or 5 channels we're on, and 3 different TV. We just picked up Frontier, so we're on Frontier, TVC, and Comcast, which is cool.
Yeah.
So we got just a couple of minutes here and a couple of things I'd like to discuss. I want to wish everybody a happy May Day Monday. That was one of my anniversaries. I don't count those anymore, though. But anyway, May 1st is Monday. Next weekend is Mother's Day. Everybody has either got a mother or used to have a mother. Next week, the newspaper will be filled with memoriams. And that's very sad, but it's nice that everybody's remembering their mother in one way or another. The Park Deck VFW is holding a Mother's Day breakfast on Sunday, May 8th. And the VFW will also hold a fish fry every month on the second Friday of the month. And if you haven't been there, it's great fish. For all you inspiring authors, writers, contact me for information on SE Kappa, the Authors and Publishers Group. Our next meeting is Monday, in May, third Monday in May. And contact me for information. A special thank you to SEC TV for hosting the show. And you can go to sec-tv.org and check out the YouTube box, and all these shows are on there. Tonight is at the VFW serving chowder and clam fritters, free with a beverage. Loved Ones Lost is a grief healing group, and I host it, and the next one will be May 31st at the Groton Regency. Please contact me for information. Thank you for watching. Contact me at santostom@comcast.net. You should be reading. There's books everywhere. Cuddle up with a good book, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, Marian.
Thank you very much, Tom.
A pleasure.